ask you a series of questions about something that you went through and you persevered through it. So, about your mom, if you wouldn't mind sharing what exactly happened and what's the story.
So basically, it was a lovely night in July of 2011, and me and my brothers were having a sleepover in our living room, and we all fell asleep, and I woke up to like the sound of screaming and like sirens. So when I woke up, like there was this fireman. He was standing in front of me, and he told me that my mom had a seizure, and they were gonna take her to the hospital. And I think as a 10-year-old girl, I didn't really get what was happening. So the next day when we went to the hospital, we just kind of stayed there all day, but like she ended up not making it through the day. And yeah.
Wow. All right. What does it mean to you to persevere?
I personally think like to persevere, whether or not like you're keeping your head up high, whether or not you're strong or something. I think just getting through something, whether you're sad or happy, just pushing through it no matter how you feel and what the odds are.
All right. What were you feeling when it happened? How did it change your perspective in life?
I think I kind of numbed myself out when it happened. Like, I don't really remember feeling anything. I remember crying, but I don't remember, like, feeling anything. I was just, like, numb to the situation. And with life, I think it just made me really appreciate, like, who I have in my life and what I have in my life. Just because, like, you never really know what you have until it's gone.
All right. And what are your feelings about it now? Is it the same or different?
It's kind of a mix of both. I mean, some days are worse than others. Like some days it's like harder to get through, but I think a good majority of the days, like I can go the entire day like feeling okay. Like I don't really feel numb like I used to. Like when it happened, like the year after it happened, like I don't feel that anymore.
Okay. How has your life changed since that, or has it stayed the same?
It's changed a lot. I have a stepmom. I have 4 stepbrothers. I would say I'm pretty close to my stepbrothers. So like, I don't. It changed for the better, but like not at the same time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. How has your perspective on life changed?
I guess I just appreciate everything more, and when people kind of like talk trash about like their moms, I'm like, oh, listen, maybe not do that. And I know everyone has their own issues with their parents, but sometimes like it kind of bugs me. Like I have issues with my parents, but after like losing my mom, like I could never argue with them and never say that I loved them by the end of the day, just like to make sure, like I don't know, I just am really picky about that kind of stuff.
Alright, and are there some days that get hard remembering what happened?
Definitely, like I will have my off days, like pretty often sometimes, and you know, like there's not a day that goes by where I don't think of it, but some days I just think of it more than others, and yeah.
Alright, do you think there is a deeper reason of why it had to happen to you?
Personally, no. I know people believe everything happens for a reason, but just because of like what happened to me, I just don't think there was a reason for this to happen. I think it was pretty dumb and awful what happened to me and my family, and my extended family looks at it as like something like as a trial God gave us. I don't look at it that way personally, but you know.
Alright, if you could change anything about the experience, what would it be?
Everything. I would just rather it not happen, I guess. But if I had to just change one thing, I think I wish it happened like when we were all awake, so they could have seen what happened, not when I was asleep and had to wake up to it, because that kind of sucked not knowing what was happening at all.
Alright, how many times a day do you think about the experience?
Well, I think it's always there. Like sometimes I think about it more often, but like every day, like it's there. Like I always think about it, and like I always know what happened. It's just some days it's more like hard than others,
Yeah.
you know?
What is the best way, in your opinion, to comfort someone in this type of situation?
That's hard because my family, like, we didn't like when people pitied us, but everyone's different. I personally think that just letting them know that you are there and not giving them the whole, like, oh, I understand exactly what you're going through, because no one really knows. Even if they go through the same experience, like, everyone has different feelings about it, so no one knows exactly how you feel. But I think if you just let them know that you're there, and you can be like a shoulder to cry on, and you're there to listen, not to give advice, I think that helps a lot.
Alright. If you could describe the experience in one word, what would it be?
Life-changing, but not in a good way, you know?
Yeah. Alright. Is there someone or some people in your life that really helped you in this experience?
Not like a specific person really, but I think just like my group of friends and my support system, because like no, even if I was having an off day or I was crying at school, like they wouldn't care. They would just come and help me, because like some people didn't even know my mom died until I got really close to them, and then when they did find out, they were like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." And I don't know, I think it's just good that I have people in my life, like especially with theater.
Yeah.
I've just had people who, like Natalie Marsden, like her dad dying, like we've related with that, and also, although it's not the same experience, like I've had people that can relate to me and help me through it.
How do you think your life would be different if this didn't happen to you?
I don't think I would have fallen down a really bad, like, mental health path. Like, I think maybe I would have been a lot better mentally. I think I would have done better, like, in school. I mean, like, I'm happy now. I think I would have been, like, happier if it never happened, you know?
Yeah. Thinking about it now, how has it changed the way you live your life?
I think now, like, I don't go a day without telling, like, my dad or my stepmom, even though she's not exactly my favorite person, I don't go a day without telling them that I love them, just, like, in case, because, like, at this moment now, like, it's always a, oh, what if kind of thing. Like, I have a what if mindset, because, like, now I'm just like, oh, what if this happened, or what if this happened, blah, 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 so it kind of sucks when you can't, like, live your life because you're so worried of what's going to happen. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you for sharing.
My
This
pleasure.
was awesome.